you.
Talk to Me is a 2023 Australian supernatural horror movie, written and directed by Danny and Michael Philippou in their feature film debut, with a concept by Daley Pearson. It stars Sophie Wilde, Alexandra Jensen, and Miranda Otto. When a group of friends discover how to conjure spirits using an embalmed hand, they become hooked on the new thrill until one of them goes too far and unleashes terrifying supernatural forces.
Cannot go for more than 90 seconds. Am I clear?
What happens after 90 seconds?
Don't want to stay.
Oh my god, guys, I am so excited about this movie. It's about damn time. I've been waiting this whole year to see an indie original type of horror movie. And this is A24, so it is indie, but it's not tiny micro indie. But holy shit, this movie is good. Now, keep your expectations in check, because I guarantee you, like everything, no matter how much I love it, and no matter how much a bunch of other people love it, there's gonna be a bunch of other people that absolutely hate it or think it's just, okay. I saw some of those people leaving the theater, but I ended up getting in a group of people talking about how much we all loved it. So it's gonna be divisive, but for me personally, this might be my favorite movie this year. The only one I think I would argue, or at least have in consideration in the same level, is Evil Dead Rise, because I had a blast with that movie. But this one hasn't set in yet, so as time goes by, this might go up or down, because sometimes when you sit with a movie, it can go up or down. You just never know. But at least right now, and I saw this last night, I got home pretty late, and unfortunately, because of sound, I live in an apartment, I couldn't shoot the video last night. But this is the morning after seeing it, I am still super jacked up. You're probably not gonna see this video for a few more days after I shoot this, because I'm buried in editing and other stuff, and just I wanna try to space my videos out just a little bit. But it also doesn't come out until the 28th of July. So as I speak right now, it's a week until this movie comes out. I'm very grateful to A24 for letting me see it at an early screener. It was fantastic. I was a little close to the screen. I wasn't quite where I normally sit, but honestly, I can't complain. It was in a fantastic theater with reclining seats. I mean, I was having a blast. Now, to get more into the meat of this, what I love so much about it was just how unique it feels. It's Australian with, I think, some African flavors to it. I felt like there was some people talking about Africa or something about Africa at some point in the movie. So it has a little bit of that. So it's like Aussie meets African, and unless I'm just completely tripping, which is possible. But I thought there was some African flavors to this as well. But it just feels unique. It just has a very unique vibe. And it feels like it's in that same line of movies as It Follows or Smile, which I absolutely love both those movies, but at least my opinion at the moment, I like this better than Smile, at least. I mean, this movie is just refreshing. It feels unique. And I mean, some of the stuff is telegraphed. I heard a few people after the movie was over talking about how they had seen something coming like a few seconds before it happened or whatever. I'm not saying this movie's perfect, but man, the scares in this, how hard it goes with the gore and brutal violence. Like, it's not full of it, it just has key moments. But when it does, it doesn't hold back at all. There is some absolutely terrifying, uncomfortable, just savage scenes in this movie. But overall, the acting was fantastic. I love the cinematography and the way it's shot. Even just the way the camera angles are done and the shot selection. It's got a lot of unique angles and just ways that they do things. Even the way it's edited, it just feels fresh. It feels original. It feels unique. It's definitely an A24 movie though, so it is a little bit slow burn. I almost don't even want to call it slow burn, but I did hear a few people talk about how it was a little slow for them at times. But I mean, I was sucked into it. I was loving every bit of it. But it does go into character development some, and it does deal with some family trauma kind of things and stuff like that. So it's not just a jump scare city, slasher or anything like that. This is a more thought out, more well put together kind of horror movie, but it doesn't at all hold back, and it doesn't at all forget to be a horror movie. This isn't just a drama with like maybe one horror scene at the end kind of thing. Like everything from just the beginning throughout, it's got plenty of scenes that are just savage. So I know I am gushing about this movie, and a lot of you guys are gonna see this and be like, oh my god, I'm so excited, and then go see it and probably be like, what is he talking about? This sucks, or whatever. I mean, that's just kind of the way this works. So this is just my opinion. Keep that in mind. But I think as long as you keep your expectations without going out of control and like expecting the best movie of the year, or I saw someone mention that they were hoping it would be on Hereditary level. I mean, that to me, Hereditary is like legitimately one of the greatest horror movies ever made, at least for the last 20, 30 years or so. I mean, I really think Hereditary is amazing. And only time will tell if other people consider this on that level or whatnot. I don't think it's quite there. I think it's more on the level of like Barbarian, It Follows, you know, those independent, unique IP movies that, you know, you don't know about and could possibly get a sequel. I don't know. I mean, you really could take this in a lot of different directions. It kind of has almost an Insidious vibe to it, but it doesn't feel like Insidious. It's not that world, but I'm just saying it has a little bit of that vibe, and you could just kind of continue to tell stories in this universe, I think. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if they make a sequel. I just really hope this blows up and becomes this year's Smile as far as the box office, because I think this is better. I really do. I think it's a better put together movie and really deserves as much success as can possibly get. I mean, I hope A24 continues to push it. I've been seeing a lot of commercials from them and just promoting this more than they do a lot of other movies. So I hope that this gets some legs. It's got a lot of competition right now, not necessarily for horror, but there's a lot of other huge movies right now. I mean, Barbie or Oppenheimer, which I did do just a full review of, so please check that out. My reviews just don't get the love that my other videos do, and it's heartbreaking at times. So I hope you check this out. I hope you check my Oppenheimer review out. But I'm also extremely excited. This weekend, I'm going down to see the Halloween 3 location. I'm going to go to the Silver Shamrock Factory and just all that stuff and do some lives from there. So definitely keep your eyes open for me going live over this weekend. I'm probably going to take off Sunday or Monday, but I'm going to do some lives. I'm going to shoot some footage and somehow put it into some of the next videos. I'm just really looking forward to it, so I want to share as much of that experience with you guys, since it's the patrons who've basically made this possible. So to wrap it up, I'm not saying this movie is perfect. If you go in and pick it apart, you're definitely going to find flaws, because that's just kind of how movies are. You're not going to always agree with everything that's done. You know, I, for the most part, was happy with everything in this, but there were a couple choices that I wasn't crazy about. But I just enjoyed it for its overall experience. Just go into this and let it do its thing. Don't try to compare it to other things. Don't try to expect things from it and want it to do things that it doesn't or whatever. Just let it be what it's going to be. And I'm pretty confident if you're a big horror fan and you enjoy some of the movies I've talked about, and especially A24 movies, I can't see any way you don't have a good time with this. So definitely get out to a theater. Go support this movie so it can possibly get the wings it deserves. It really helps the horror world, period. More money going to A24 for this means they have the money to continue to produce great little independent horror. So please go out there. Don't pirate this. Go support it in a theater. You know, if you want to pirate something else, that's not anything to do with me, but please don't pirate this movie. Just go out there and spend a few bucks. Go to a matinee even, or go to the drive-ins and see this. But support this movie, because I think it's really one that we need to champion as fans of horror this year.
What did the hand feel like?
It felt amazing. I could see and feel everything on the other side.
But that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for checking this out. If you enjoyed this, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button and ding that little bell, because that is the best way to keep track of this channel and when I post videos like this. And I post videos like this at least once every single week. And I also want to give a huge massive, enormous thank you to the Ghost Pirate crew, to you guys over on Patreon, and to the channel members over here. You guys just continue to grow and help support me in this channel all the time. And honestly, the only reason I'm able to do this and do this as a full-time job is because of all of your support. And I appreciate you all so much. And like always, thank you so much for watching. Please crush that like button. And remember, guys, horror can be fun. If you enjoyed this, click right here to watch my review of Oppenheimer. And I'll see you guys next time.